Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 8th of August. My name's Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Pearce.
And Gary, before we get this show underway, the 8th of August is a very, very, very important date.
Lucky day. It's the 8th of the 8th, Philip. In some cultures, that is a very lucky day if you were born on that day.
Imagine if you were born on the 8th of the 8th in 1888.
Yep.
Well, you wouldn't be celebrating your birthday, unlike Darren Krongol, that is celebrating his birthday. And as we speak, I think, Gary, he's gone overseas.
Italy or somewhere, just gallivanting around the world having fun. He does that.
So a special shout out to Doug or Darren Krongol for your birthday. We know you're watching the show because that would be a birthday present in itself, waking up in a foreign land to watching this show that now goes all over the world. But we also say a special shout out to Darren because his flight over was not the best.
Have we got a photo? Can we put a photo up?
I'm not sure. We'll see whether we can get permission.
Got the smelling salts or they fainted.
You know Darren Krongol,
fainted on the flight.
His family have got a travel business, and as a result of that, he's always getting upgraded to the pointy end of the plane. But there he is. He's in, I don't know, he's somewhere over some sea on his way to wherever he's going, and he's there in business class. And there's a photo of him with the oxygen mask on. Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with the plane, but apparently, yes, Darren, you did faint in business class. Can't understand why, but life at the top is hard.
That's what we call first world problems. Phil,
but happy birthday, Darren. Wherever you are, I'm sure you're having a great time. Enjoy. And shout out to your lovely wife, Hayley. You're on a holiday together, just the two of you, rekindling the passion of the past.
He is indeed, Phil. Shall we talk about some real estate, Phil? Because we had a big weekend. As we said in our little review, the rain didn't dampen the spirits of our buyers, Philip, because we sold 10 out of 12. That's a clearance rate of 83.3%. We'll say 83, Philip, with the towers up against the industry average of 74. And we've done better again, Phil.
Shout out to the team, and we keep saying this in our sales meeting, Gary. Our processes, our systems are
unbeatable.
Well, they're leading Australia because consistently, week in, week out, we smash the industry clearance rate, and we're very proud of that. And we had some amazing results, a lot that is undisclosed yet again. We're sorry about that.
I started off in Q, I did, and we won't make any silly crude comments, that silly joke.
We won't make the joke about Q.
No, we won't. Anyway, Phil, great result. 4 bidders there. Well done to Leon, and sold for $1 million.
Now, where were you? What was the address of the property?
It was at 75 Brougham Street, Phil. Broham or Brougham or Brougham or Braham.
I wanted to hear how you said it because you actually said it incorrectly, I think, last week.
No,
it's Brougham Street.
Broome. Why isn't it Broham?
Because you're a peasant. That's
fair enough. Well, I'm going to call it Broham just to annoy you. Anyway, Philip, sold for $1,632,000. 4 bidders. Well done there. We sold 10 Walnut Street around the same time, Phil. Leo Samuel. That was an extraordinary long auction. A lot of people there. Sold for $1,254,000, well in excess of the quote range and reserve, which was within that range in the very low ones.
Gary, what's next?
9 Rain Street. Went to that auction.
Yes.
Got a little bit of footage from the vendor. I'm not sure if we'll have time to show it. If we do, we will. But what a fantastic result, Philip. 9 Rain Street, Caulfield South. Expected in that somewhere around that 1.6 to 1.8 range, and Phil sold for $1,981,000. That was a knockout result.
That's a big price.
That's a big price, Phil.
So, do you know what, Gary? As we keep saying, viewers, 3 million is the new 2 million, 2 million is the new 1 million, 1 million is the new 500,000. Let me finish. $500,000 is the new deposit, and orange is the new black.
You know, I think you got it the wrong way. I think it should be 1 million is the new 2 million, not 2 million is the new 1 million. You keep going in the wrong order. 2 million is the new 1 million, means that it's gone down from 2 million to 1 million. No. It's 1 million is the new 2 million, Phil.
See, you're an idiot.
You got no idea.
You're an idiot.
You just never been good with the facts of it. You just
fly
on the seat of your pants.
When you say 2
you
million
think you're on a roll with something,
it
makes no sense.
For you to say 1 million is the new 2,
that's what it is. No, you've got it upside down. No. 2 million is the new 1 million.
Viewers, we would appreciate your feedback. When I say 3 million is the new 2 million, 2 million is the new 1 million, should it be 1 million is the new 2 million, 2 million is the new 3 million?
That's right.
Welcome your feedback. There's a prize, of course. There's always a prize when you give us your feedback.
And by the way, the last time we had a comp on, which was about the cleaning lady, about the show,
we had a what?
We had a little competition on, and we said,
we said
that if you know the film that said Cleaning Lady, because that film was called Dead Men Call Play. Now, I had a look at all of the people that had tried to answer that, and there weren't any. So let's move on. So good to engage your audience, isn't it, Phil?
So I had an idea, Gary.
Maybe we should have offered a first-class trip.
An idea. Viewers, get ready.
Paris.
Get ready for this. We're going to be making an announcement soon about a new office opening that we've got coming up, which is very, very exciting.
Yeah, it is.
And it's going to be
big,
expensive. And it's very expensive.
I hate giving you the checkbook. I hate giving you the checkbook.
About 100% over budget.
I hate it.
Don't tell Mr. Scrooge.
I can't hear you there, Phil, with your Homer Simpson secret. Yeah. Like Homer Simpson, I don't think they heard me. Yeah, go on.
So it's going to be fabulous, this new place, and it's going to be big enough that I want to do a special for GPTV viewers. We're going to do a GPTV filmed live before a live audience.
You're never going to let me retire, are you? You're never going to let me retire.
Me and your wife, we've got you in a sandwich.
I know. I just can't. It doesn't matter. People go, you must be doing so well. I say, you should see who I work with and who I live with. You just forget about it, okay? 1 Atkins Street, Bentley, Phillip. That was really good. Sold that for $840, well in excess of the range again. Well done to Leo. And 68 Teak Street was another one, Phillip, that was very strategically sold, was well done. Was passed in but sold afterwards with 3 multiple parties. Isn't it funny sometimes how people just don't bid for some reason, they hold back, and anyway it ended up selling at the
and
after the
we
auction.
sold it well. I want to talk about a sale on Sunday, viewers, that is undisclosed, but we can give you some framework. So this is a property.
You've got to be careful, Philip.
I'm going to be.
The buy was,
Gary,
a bit like don't you disclose,
Gary,
don't that big mouth, Philip, don't that big mouth, Kingston.
They didn't say that.
No,
but
that's
they
what they were
did
thinking.
Want the price undisclosed, and of course we're going to respect.
And they're lovely people.
But I have a story about this property because it's just a sign of how much the market goes up. So this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, single-level villa in Alma Road near the intersection of Orrong Road. Great position and a great buy. Right, great piece of real estate.
Yes, agreed.
The price is undisclosed, but we did try to sell it 6 years ago.
For the same vendor?
The same vendor.
Okay.
Only 6 years ago. So 6 years ago we had it on the market and we actually couldn't get the vendor's price at the time. Now, I would say to you that
the vendor's... say what the price was then.
No, because that will give it away. The price,
so you're going to just talk nothing?
Do you want to let me...
Nonsense.
You want to let me finish? So 6 years ago, the vendor's price was probably a little bit too heavy, but we couldn't get it. 6 years later,
go on.
we sold it for more than 100% more.
Okay.
So in 6 years, it's more than doubled in value.
Fair enough. Well, that was a pretty good story. Okay, let's move on.
Amazing story.
It is a good story.
It's incredible.
Well, it just goes to show, doesn't it?
They say in Melbourne the market doubles every 10 years, and on average, I reckon that's a pretty accurate statement.
But now
so
more.
There it is. It's more than doubled in 6 years.
There you go, Philip. A good case study, and it was a great story. So beautifully told as well.
And you know what? A good auction, by the way. Even if I did do it and say that myself, of course.
Can do that.
But there were 5 people bidding there, Gary.
There were, Philip. Indeed, it was a competitive auction. I did get to see a bit of the action there. We're welcoming the new owners, which are just across the road from our office, Phil. Let's talk a little bit about this weekend's auctions because we are all over the place, Phil.
How many have we got, Gary?
I think we've got about 16 auctions, but we're in 10 suburbs.
16
We're
auctions.
very busy.
Well, we're
all over
busy
Melbourne.
Little munchkins, Gary. And
no one busier than you as the auctioneer, although on Saturday you've just got the one. It's interesting. Saturday we've got, 8 auctions and you're just doing one?
Really?
And I'm just doing one.
Starting to put me out to pasture.
Yeah, you and me. Exactly right. They're just saying, thanks very much. Off you go. Off you go for a nice little lunch with some pureed vegetables and out the door. Phil, 13 Dalmore.
Give me time for a little nap.
Exactly right. A little bit of sleep, catch up. Your beauty sleep. Phil, we're going to start at 10:30 at this beautiful looking home in Dalmore Avenue. Ormond, take us through it.
Gary, this is the most extraordinary home because it really gives an opportunity for 2 families or a blended family to live there, or just a family to spread out because it's really, it's incredible. It's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, plenty of car parking, and this one has been renovated so magnificently by people that really know what they're doing. We love it.
Hey, hasn't St Kilda come a long way? Central St Kilda. Hasn't it come a long way?
I thought you were talking about the St Kilda Football Club.
Well, they come a long way too. They're in the playing finals. Well, they're playing finals.
What do you reckon his media contract will be when he goes out there looking for a job?
He's a good guy. He deserves it. He's got a beautiful image.
He's one of the gentlemen of the industry,
Nick
Grewal.
He is, Phil. But we are talking about Grieve Street.
That time there was a photo of him, remember?
There was a photo of him, wasn't there?
Yeah. Nick,
you would bring that up, wouldn't you?
Grown up past that point,
Yeah, why don't you go and bring it up then, Phil?
Hey, and you know what rhymes with Nick, don't you?
Phil, what we're going to do is we're going to keep talking about...
If you remember that photo, viewers, we We do have a competition with a prize.
Yes, exactly, Phil. Well, sick rhymes with Nick, and that's what you're making me by dragging him through the mud. Phil, we've got 4 auctions at 11:30. How about that? I don't know, we've got too many times we had 4 auctions at the same time. 11:30 is prime time, and we're starting off, well, we're not starting off, but one of those auctions is in Grieve Street, in the heart of St Kilda, which has come such a long way, and this is the buzz and hum of eclectic cosmopolitan security.
Well, Gary, we've got an opportunity to renovate a period home. We've got an opportunity subject to council approval for a development opportunity. So lots of opportunity with that opportunity. But that is a terrific location. We love St Kilda, and we believe that pocket is undervalued.
Simon Radolnik's doing that auction, Phil, because Leal can't do it. Neither can I. Neither can Jeremy. You could, but you're out to pasture with the pureed veggies. Phil, at 11:30, Hollywood Grove, Hollywood. We're going to be in Hollywood Grove with Leo Samuel doing that terrific auction.
And how lucky is he? Because
there's only one L in it's Hollywood actually. Do you think that's correct?
Hollywood?
We misspelled it.
No, I don't know, Gary. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of car parking, in immaculate but original condition, and a gorgeous facade. And we've said this many times, a gorgeous facade, unlike yours, Gary, which your facade is starting to paint, chip and peel.
It's eroding a little, Phil, I admit that, but to be in real estate, Philip, it takes a minute to learn, but it takes a lifetime to master. And if you want to master... Grasshopper. If you want to master something, why don't you master this property at number 22, Master Street, Caulfield, Phil. The long intro. Was it worth it?
The jokes are thick and fast.
Champagne comedy.
Say on the football, champagne comedy. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Great spot there, Gary. We love that spot because you've got 2 trams on your doorstep, both in Hawthorne Road and Glen Huntly Road. And should your toilet seat ever break there, Gary, you can stroll down Masters, because on the corner of Masters and Glen Huntly Road is the Reese Plumbing Supplies. See how I've got a little product placement in there?
I thought you were going to talk about the TAB, because you can run in there if you need to.
Reese Plumbing Supplies paid us $20,000 for that product placement, Gary.
Really? I have to find where that is in the books. I couldn't
Reese
see there.
Plumbing Supplies for all your plumbing supplies.
Phil, given that you're doing nothing at 11:30, you might want to go and see Jeremy Rosen's do an auction that's been very popular. A home that's been very popular, 62 Octavia Street, a picture postcard, perfect facade, as you would say.
Gary, this is beautiful, and I love that pocket of East St Kilda, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. That's a glorious home from the front door to the back fence and everything in between.
Jeremy Rosen's moves on to Armidale, to an apartment that with a client that we've had such a long history with, Philip. We've been almost with the start of our business with these people. They're selling this apartment for us in 1133 Armidale Street, Armidale. What a great address.
Gary, what an amazing address. I know that address very well because I drive through that street from time to time.
Yes.
Because down the road, a very short stroll is Coin Laundry, which is a great cafe, and that could be your local cafe. On the other side of this building, of course, is a park. And then, of course, you've got the tram in Wattletree Road, you've got the tram in High Street.
Wonderful, affordable.
If you're an investor or an owner-occupier, that is a great apartment. And Gary, as you would remember, in 1985, we bought a 2-bedroom apartment in Armidale Street, Armidale. But sadly, viewers, we did have to sell it in order to fund the business. Imagine if we hadn't have started the business but kept that apartment, how much better off we'd be.
And in fact, this client is the same client who bought that apartment from us.
Is that right?
That's exactly right, but it's not that one, because we had one in Sutherland Road, and they purchased that one. No, it was Sutherland Road, Philip. You've never been good with the facts, have you? But it wasn't Sutherland Road.
I've always been loose with the facts.
Exactly. So that client bought that apartment, and that's how we met them, and then they had this one as well, which we're selling 30-something years later.
There you go. I think that we've kept our clients for all those years.
We have, Philip, thankfully. We go to Lewinmill Road in Ormond. Leor is going to be finishing his auction day at 1:30. He is a busy munchkin. I don't know if he likes to refer to it like that, but still, what a great property.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, beautifully renovated throughout. That's not a cent to spend there, Gary. Just move straight in, or obviously put it onto our property management team, who will lease it effectively, quickly, for a premium rental.
Jeremy Rosens is hopping over to Bentley East to Carmel Court for this gem of a property, Philip.
Gary, check out the polished timber floorboards there. This is a great home. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of off-street car parking. That is a property that we would strongly recommend.
Now, Phil, 10:30, we start off on Sunday, because that's all over Saturday.
Saturday was a big day. I feel exhausted just talking about it.
I know, even though you and I just, as I said, one auction and nick off.
Yesterday's auction.
Yesterday's news we are. Yesterday's heroes, and not even heroes, Philip, but we are going to be...
Who sang that song, Gary, quickly?
John Paul Young, Phil Squeak, 1974. Phil, I just want to talk about... It was a beauty. Phil, we are in this
Take a look at me. I'm yesterday's hero.
That's very good, Phil.
Yesterday's hero.
Hey, Phil, we're in
Come on,
Tarneet.
quickly.
It's called Tarneet. That's the name of the home. We're in Rowan Street, Alstwick, and what an incredible property this is. So excited to be offering this one. It comes up on Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Tell us a little bit about this home.
A bit like myself, this one has a classic facade that that is timeless. And it will always remain strong and proud. But
yes.
what a beautiful property! It's a pleasure to be here, and we are filming GPTV here as we speak, Gary. And we're in the front room where this gorgeous gas fireplace is smoking hot.
Yep.
And we look out through that picture window over the balcony to the street. But the big surprise here, Gary, is the back garden, which just seems to go on and on and on. So this is the whole package: a beautiful Victorian home in original but magnificent condition that you can move straight into very happily. Think about the future renovation potential, because it does have great potential, and know that you've bought a property that is underpinned by the most magnificent parcel of land. And there's a real historical story here, Gary,
There's a
that
great
you're
story.
about to
I can't
seamlessly integrate into this conversation.
Well, Phil, Rowan Street, was originally part of the land owned by Andrew Rowan, who was an entrepreneur, land and finance speculator, Phil, the director of Goldsboro Mort, and controversially involved in the market crash of 1892. Remember that?
There we go.
1892.
I knew
there would have been
some
of your great grandparents caught up, or some of your grandparents in that market crash, Phil. But wait.
Just so you know that in actual reality, my family were caught big time in that crash. My family were property speculators and developers.
Is that right?
That crash wiped them out the first time.
Really?
They were wiped out again in the Depression, and they were wiped out pretty much for the rest of the history of the Kingston family.
And of all the people in the world, I've chosen to go into business with you.
But in all seriousness, we were big. We were part of the land booming movement back in the 1890s.
While your family was doing that, we were just having schnitzels and a little bit of coffee in Vienna.
Unsuccessful property trading runs deep in our family.
It's good. You got a good history, and yet you go out spruiking the virtues of real estate every week, and people listen to you. Phil, wait, there's more, because Walter MacDonald Hipgrave, the sea master and master mariner, sea captain, he also lived here at one stage, Philip, and he was in World War I, and there's a long story about him. But look, this is a great house steeped in history, Philip, and we are so excited. We're here with the team, with Adam and Joel and yourself, all going to be very focused on this home at 10:30 now. Of course, at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday morning, so please be here. You'll be moving on from here to Ellen Road, Philip, in St Kilda East. This is a great property too.
This is a brilliant apartment that was built by one of the area's best builders, Co-Build, and they do an amazing job. And this is one of their early developments. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 car space, Gary. That is really a stunning apartment.
My nephew lived there. He loved it in that
He
block.
actually lived in that apartment?
I don't know if it's that apartment or that block. It could even be that apartment.
If your nephew lived in there...
no, they've cleaned it up.
You know what,
they've
sprayed it. Pulling up the floorboards looking for contraband.
No, they've cleaned it up since then.
I say that with due respect to your nephew.
No, that's with no respect. But they got out the White King and they've cleaned it up. We've
got
double
out the White King,
the gloves,
and
the Walter White outfit. The yellow.
Not only the Walter, but you know what, the fluoro tube they go around with the ultraviolet tube.
Right, exactly right. Phil,
looking for residual deposits of some terrible stuff.
We won't talk any further about that. But we've got double auction action at 11:30, Philip. We're also going to be doing an auction Leo this time.
We should start a Gary Peer and Associates CSI division.
We should. I think we'd be very busy with some of the instances that we are involved with. Philip, Balaclava Road, 204 157 Leo auctions. This one at 11:30, same time as Allen Road.
Gary, this is a magnificent development on the corner of Rosemont Avenue. So Balaclava and Rosemont Avenue, a prestigious location with every amenity on your doorstep, including Caulfield Park and the Hawthorn Junction shops and cafes. And this is 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 secure basement car parking that is light, bright and quite magnificent.
Hey, you're doing 6 auctions on Sunday. You're going to be a busy boy. 27 Grey Street, your next one at 12:30. Take us through this one, Phil.
Gary, this is exactly what everybody should be buying, either to live in or to form part of their residential
It's safe real estate, Phil. Safe.
Portfolio. 580 square metres of prime land with a 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom, very livable, very lettable home. that's one for the long-term portfolio. I love that house, Gary.
You're going to be joining Leon Guzenfeld. It was seen just the other day that we sold this property to this developer, Philip, and this is a great developer. It does fantastic work. Very excited about this one.
And this developer also likes Johnny Walker Blue, and if it goes successfully, I look forward to giving him a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue. You should have a sip with him,
Phil.
In fact, I'd like to.
I might too.
I don't mind blue. Drink us both under the table.
Well, let's find out.
This is 4 or 5 bedrooms, 3 magnificent bathrooms, and this really, if you look at the parquetry floors, the stone bench tops, it is a stunning, stunning home.
And if you want a high quality developer and development, that's the one to look at, Phil.
He's a great guy.
He does a great job as well, Philip. Lovely family. Phil, you're going to be moving on. I'll stay around there if I need to help finalise all the paperwork. But you are moving on at 2:30 to number 73 Burundi Road. Is there a better street in Caulfield South?
Well, Gary, we always have said that Burundi Road, of course, is the number one.
Arguably the number one street.
No, I don't think it's arguable.
Well, you could find someone. There are people that disagree and argue with anything, Philip.
Gary, it's inarguable or unarguable.
It's not arguable for some people. We agree, but...
Burundi Road, fabulous home, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, parquetry floors, everything that opens and shuts, and it does come with that address, and that is a capital gain almost guaranteed to have a property in Burundi Road. And if there is a lawyer watching the show, it's a real estate guarantee, which really doesn't account for very much.
Which just means we think maybe it'll be okay in our language, but we're not making any promises or...
No, and all promises that were made are now retracted. Yeah.
Right, Phil? That's good. I love your authenticity. Phil, we close off.
You hate this world we live in where, you know, in the old days, we could say whatever we liked about whatever we liked.
Anytime.
And no one would complain. In fact, people would go, yeah, good on you, have a go.
What? We grew up at a time where no one cared about what anyone said. Now you'll be so careful.
It doesn't matter
everything.
what you say.
They've got crisis on the footy show. You can't say, and then he's sacked, and the next guy's gone, and the next person's gone, and then the woman's on, and she shouldn't have said that, and she shouldn't be on, and she is on, and it's okay, but then she said the wrong thing, and now she's in trouble.
And you know what? I go
Sam
home.
Newman's in trouble.
I go home with a 23-year-old and a 19-year-old.
Hey, did your wife know about that? she in the house? Is she in the house when you're doing that?
I go home, viewers, to a 23-year-old son and a 19-year-old son.
Okay.
And both of them have grown up with political correctness being something that is just part and parcel of their life. I go home and I say hello and I'm in trouble because I didn't say hello.
It's the way you say it. It's a tone.
I didn't say hello with
that sleazy tone. The sleazy way you say it.
It's so difficult being a baby boomer.
I'm glad your wife gives it to you when you get home as well. Why should you be different to anyone else? Phil, we're going to finish off at an incredible property. This is really probably the best house in Caulfield sold this year, I reckon. 44 Aruna Road, Caulfield North. What a showcase property, Philip. What a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Tell us about this.
Well,
absolute masterpiece.
Gary, finding a house in the Golden Mile of Caulfield North that you can move straight into is almost impossible because really, if you think about the activity we've had there over the years, it's generally been older homes that either have been pulled down or significantly renovated. This is a masterpiece home. This was virtually rebuilt in 2009 under the incredible architectural eye of Russell Casper.
Yes, he's good, isn't
he? The builders were Crongold Constructions.
They're good too.
And they are at the very top end of the market. So
no question.
The pedigree to this home, Gary, is extraordinary. It's
pedigree.
Tasteful, it's understated, it's magnificent, the quality is incredible. Yes. The entertainment zones are beautiful. I think every room just works incredibly well. And there's many favourite rooms I have there. One of them, of course, is the 2-story study. Which, you know, with its 2 library ladders and its big picture window, it is an extraordinary home on an extraordinary parcel of land in the epicentre of the Golden Mile. And it's going to be a lucky family that moves into this one, Gary.
So if you get to one auction this weekend of something outstanding, get there at 3:30 if it's still around, because it could get sold, you never know. But 3:30 on Sunday, we're looking forward to seeing you there. Talking about pedigree, our horse ran on Sunday.
Our horse.
I've convinced him finally. I've convinced him to go into a racehorse.
No. This is not the first one I've had you.
Isn't it?
I think this is number 3.
Didn't know that.
Number 1 died prematurely, which is probably the best.
Sad.
Was probably the best outcome for that horse.
That's politically correct.
Yeah. Number 2 is probably, McDonald's, I think, got the first rights for purchase. Yep. And number 3, this horse is just I mean, they sent it to Queensland.
We haven't seen the interview.
I reckon they're going to send us to the Solomon Islands next.
That's right. Well, the Solomon Island bracelets raced once a year. There's 4 horses.
Is there a race in the Solomon?
No, there's not, but I had you going, didn't I? That's a big wrap on GPTV. It's called One Man Grand. Follow that horse. It's going to win one day, and I'm going to stand Grand. Yeah, that's the name of it, Phil. Came third last on Sunday, but it had excuses, his stories.
Oh, there's always excuses.
Always a story.
And I just love, what is it with the horses and vitamins?
Yeah,
I look at the statement from the trainer. These horses are taking vitamins
they should be able to run from here to Sydney.
They're a chemist warehouse, just pulling all the vitamins off the shelves.
Like that, isn't it? Anyway,
it's a bit of a shout out there. Product placement, Chemist Warehouse, another $20,000.
I don't know where the money's coming in from. It's a big wrap on GPTV. The market continues to stay strong and show good signs, Philip. The clearance rates are still good, and we've got some great winter offerings before we get into spring, which is just around the corner.
Spring's almost here, Gary.
It's almost sprung.
I just cannot wait for the weather to warm up so that we can start to complain about how hot it is.
Exactly right. We'll see you next week.
We're having fun. Thanks for watching. I'm Philip Kingston. Have a great week.
Bye now.